Hey, it's Piscopo. 7-Eleven, baby. Here we go. That's good luck for you, isn't it, Frank? 7-Eleven, baby.
On the come-out roll.
So last night we had a great night at NJTV for the PBS New Jersey station. The big star, he's a legend. He's just he is NJTV. Steve Adubato, kind enough to sit in on our humble little radio show, being the big star that he is from Bloomfield Avenue. And we had such a good time last night, and it was a great event. And Steve's on the phone. Steve, good morning, my friend.
Good morning, Mr. Piscopo. It's great to be with you. You were rocking it at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center last night.
What a nice event.
By the way, you were off script.
Yeah.
You were off script. The President and Chief Executive Officer of Public Television, Neil Shapiro, former head of NBC. He's our boss at PBS, NJTV, WNET.
Yeah.
He looked at me because Joe has a script he's supposed to follow as the MC. He's supposed to introduce people. Joe goes, "Hey, listen, you ever notice that the Star Spangled Banner is a little bit flat? I think what we should do is start things with a different version." And he does the Sinatra version.
Oh, man, that was great.
And everyone's looking at me like I hired Joe.
Yeah. You know what was so funny?
They look at one Italian because the other Italian's up there.
All I knew is...
And it was beautiful.
All I knew is Adubato's there, and it was Newark. And I kept thinking of my mother, born blocks away, Stephen, blocks away. And here we are in this gorgeous NJ pack. You know, look at us. And the Adubato family from North Newark, where my father was brought up on Mount Prospect Avenue. And it was so great. So then Adubato gets up, and he goes, it was so funny, Steve. You go, Neil Shapiro, Joe, Mr. Shapiro. Joe knows you have a vowel at the end of your name, so we thought you were Italian. I said, yeah, that was great.
Yeah. I said, Neil Shapiro, I was like, by the way, Neil Shapiro is, people don't know him, he's a giant in the broadcasting industry.
Yeah.
Happens to be my boss. I don't like to say I have a boss, but I do at PBS.
Yeah.
And I said, Neil, don't worry. Joe thinks you're from Naples. Everything's good.
Yeah, it was great. You know what? It was a love fest, Steve. Well done.
Well,
thanks for including me. I know you had a big part bringing me over there. And how about John Pizzarelli? How great was John?
You know, I got to tell you, we did a special with John Pizzarelli and the great Bucky Pizzarelli, his dad, right from NJ Pack, a PBS special with the two of them. And I forget sometimes how great John is, just because I listen to his CDs and I see him live.
Right.
And then, by the way, you got up on stage and performed with him.
Yeah, it was great.
I forget sometimes you're not only great on radio, you're great as an MC, but what a great performer you are. It was a great night for NJTV.
Thanks,
and
man.
that's all great. And by the way, why do you guys trash my friend Chris Christie?
No, talk to Morano.
Why my favorite producer, Frank Morano, trashing my friend Chris Christie? What's up with that?
Because he'll go on your show and not on ours, apparently.
That's a start.
Well, that's because he's my friend.
Yeah, there you go. And listen, these guys, I know what it's like, because you get a lot of requests. You do too, Steve. You get a lot of requests to do this, do that. You can't do everything. I don't hold it against it. It's Mr. Morano. He's got a little thing because... he's got
a thing, he does.
He's got a thing. He said that the governor won't come on the show.
No, wait a second. No, I don't mean to interject here. Okay? I was at... Hello, Steve. Good morning.
Excuse me, that must be Al with the other bug you got going on.
Exactly. But I don't have a bug against Christie. However, I did meet Governor Christie last year at the Jets game, and I went right up to him outside the locker room, and I said, Joe Piscopo wants to have you on the show, and he says, tell Joe to call my assistant, Maria.
Now,
that's what he said.
In defense of the governor, did Joe call Maria? No, I never called. I don't call. What am I going to do?
Joe doesn't like to ask. Joe doesn't like to ask.
I don't like to ask.
That's why I asked, Steve.
I'll listen. We'll get. It's okay.
Maybe it was my gruff exterior, man. I don't know.
No, I tell you, the governor's been great. I'm a fan. What am I going to tell you?
So listen,
but Frank is just being protective, Steve. He's just being protective.
You know, I have no problem,
That's
Steve.
Why he's a great producer, by the way.
Steve, I have no problem if people don't want to come on the show, or if they're too busy to come on the show. Fine, I deal with rejection all the time. My problem is that one, Joe is the biggest Christie defender anywhere on AM radio in the market, and he still is not coming on. And then he's going on other shows on our station.
Network.
Still, I all the more reason.
Don't you love that loyalty, Steve? Do you love this one?
It's not right.
That's why Frank's the best. I think the governor should go on the show.
Right.
And the next time I talk to him, I'm going to say, Chris, because I call him Chris when he likes me for that very narrow window when he's not pissed at me. Chris, do my friend Piscopo's show because it'll make Frank Moreno happy.
Well, you know what, Steve? To your point, listen. I think the governor would be great in the presidential race, but we don't need the governor on the show. We don't need it anyway. You know what I mean? We don't need him. So,
but by the way, he's right about Social Security. I just want you to know.
Yeah, but if he wants to come on, great. But you got to talk to Mario, though, Steve. I don't know. You're gonna have to.
I gotta say, guys. Number one, you should do this show. Number two, let me tell you something. I don't know about the exact number, and I don't know what the cutoff should be on the income. But I'm going to tell you, for those who argue that we need to really deal with entitlements and we need to be honest about the fact that the money's not going to be there long term, as soon as somebody has the let's just call it intestinal fortitude, Joe. In the old neighborhood in Newark, we call it something different, as I mentioned last night at the NJTV Gala. I can't say the word on family radio in the morning on AM970.
Thank you.
But he's got what it takes to say, hey, listen, we need to look at Social Security. We need to make some changes. Everyone goes, how dare he make those changes? Well, you know what, Joe? If we don't make some sort of change, if we don't make some sort of cutoff, if we don't say some people at some point can't collect Social Security, it's not going to be there for those who really need it. And by the way, Joe, I'm one of those people who wouldn't be in a position to collect it, according to the governor, at a certain point. And you know something? I don't personally like it, but I also appreciate the fact that he's got the guts to put it out there. Now, I would rather have a candidate who says what he or she believes, takes the heat for having a position, as opposed to trying to figure out what he or she needs to say so that nobody gets pissed off at him. What kind of candidate is that?
Yep, he would. You know what, Stephen, we appreciate. But listen, great to see you last night. More importantly, great to hang with you last night. That was a lot of fun.
Sorry for getting so serious.
No, hey, listen, it's great. We're gonna listen. And the phones are open. People are calling. We love it. And we'll see you. Now you're not going. You're not going to Lorenzo's. I'd invite you. We have no seats, but you're more than welcome to sit on the stage with us, Steve, if you want. No, you can sit in the bar with Frank if you want to.
We'll have more fun at the bar, Steve.
Yeah, I think you will.
I would love to, guys, but I got to pay and gig tonight. I'm sorry.
Oh, there you go. Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
But you don't go to Staten Island. Adubato doesn't go to Staten Island. Do you go?
I think I need a passport to go to Staten Island.
Wow, that's not right. That's not right, Steve.
Steven, thank you.
I'm a Jersey guy.
Yeah, but what? No, that's all right. Hey, Steve, thanks, man. We'll talk to you.
Love you guys.
Love you too. Thanks for always sitting in.
Thanks for hosting the NJTV Gala last night. You were a great, Joe.
No, thanks for making it work for me, Steve. I know you were watching my back. I appreciate that, my friend. God bless. God bless you, Stephen. Take care. Give my love.